KK Java Tutorials. In this video tutorial, we will discuss different ways to define custom task in Gradle. So let's start. First of all, we'll understand the concept and finally we'll jump into the demo project, right? So let's start. Basically Gradle allows us to create a task, and these tasks are called custom tasks, right? Custom tasks are user-defined tasks that are built to perform some a specific work or task, right? So how basically we define custom task in Gradle? First of all, you need to use Gradle keyword, and then after you need to specify task name and curly bracket open, and optionally you can define group description, and there is some kind of closure, do first and do last, right? So this code block also you can define. So do is first basically uh, there we are going to write code which basically start executing first, and at last whatever code we want to execute, that code we can write inside the do last block. Yeah, now again let's discuss about do first and do last block in custom task. So in Gradle, do first and do last are two different blocks of custom task. In do first block, we determine the task that we want to be executed first, whereas the do last block is used to run the task at last, right? So you can define your custom task, and between this you can use do first and do last, something like this. Now we'll talk about one of the very famous task in Gradle, that is called copy task, right? Gradle allows us to copy a task from directory from one directory to another directory, right? And this is the syntax. So here you can specify your task name, and this should be preceded with the task. And here this copy, which starts with a capital Q, this is the type really exists in the Gradle. So you have to give the exactly like this in bracket, right? And you have to specify from and into. From specify the your source directory. So here build dir is nothing but the our build folder within the project root directory. Within that we have a reports tag which is going to create by the while building the Gradle project, and that reports we want to copy into the uh, inside the project build directory to archive. So source directory, that is nothing but the to archive, you don't need to create. Basically that will be creation of to archive folder will be taken care by the Gradle itself. Yeah, but source must exist, report must exist. So once you build your Gradle project, then reports will be created automatically. Now we'll talk about the task dependency in Gradle, right? So task dependency used when the task depends on other task. The depends on keyword is used with the task name to make a task dependent. So here in this example you can see we have a two tasks called task X and task Y. The second task has, here you can, second task has depends on keyword with first task, which is nothing but the task X. It means the second task, which is nothing but the task Y, only executes when the first task is successfully executed, right? So if one task depends on other, then you may use depends on clause keyword to make the dependency here. So let's try to look into the example. So here I have already demo project I have created. Yeah, and here you can see I have written few custom tasks. So task 1, here you can see I have a specific group ID, description, and we have a do first and do last enclosure or code block, right, which is just printing some message. But in real scenario you can have some code which basically really performs some build operation. Now we have a task 2, there we have a just enclosure do first and do last. Now we have a copy reports directory for archiving, right? So here basically reports will be copied into the to archive. Yeah, within the build folder of root directory of your project. Now we have two tasks, task S and task Y, and here task Y depends on the task S, and that's how we have specified over here. So now if you add anything in your build.gradle, then first of all, after adding any custom task, what you have to do, you have to right click on the build.gradle and here go to the build, and do refresh Gradle. And once you do that, then you have to go to the root directory of your project, which is here, and here just open one command prompt. Yeah, and let's execute task one by one. So first of all, I'm going to execute this task, right? So that's why I require this task name. So here in build I am going to first of all delete, right? So first of all, I'm going to build this project, so that build folder again will be created. So I will do Gradle build, right? So this is going to build our project, and build is the one of the existing Gradle tasks. So let's run it. So here you can see build has been created. Inside the build, you can see the reports tag, right? So what I want, the reports tag to be archived or to be copied into some a new folder, and that's what I copied that task. One second. So let me copy this task. I need this task name. So here what I'll do, I will do Gradle, Gradle, and minus q flag you have to specify, then task name. And if I run this, then here you can see, so copy task. So if you see inside the reports, archive folder has been created, and whatever so completely if you look into the reports, so completely reports is copied into archive folder, right? So whatever content inside the report, that copied into archive folder has been created automatically. Yeah, now let me clear this terminal, and let's see some more tasks. So here we have task 1, right? So let me run the task 1. So let me make this window size a little smaller, something like this. Yeah, it's too small. Now I'm going to run the task 1, right? So you have to write Gradle minus q and task 1, right? So this guy is going to run task 1, right? And see here you can see greeting from the task name. Just we are reading something like dollar task1 dot name, and this is saying bye. But at the same time, task x and task y is also running, because these are the dependent tasks that is running. Now if I look into the task 2, then here instead of task 1 I will run task 2, and here is the output from the task 2. Yeah, so we get the output from the task 2, and this is already we have tested. Now I'm going to run this task y. Let's see what happens. Task y, if you run task y, then task x will also run, right? Because task y depends on task x, right? So that's all I want to do. So in this video tutorial, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Big thank you, and see you there in the next video tutorial.